a big announcement here, Jim. CBS is not running picket fences tonight, so don't call. CBS is not running picket fences. We will be running the Browns Insider, but even if we weren't running the Browns Insider, no picket fences. Tell you more about that as the fourth quarter progresses. Messenger on the punt to start the fourth period. 40, rammed hard at the 42-yard line. Number 55 for the Ramblers coming downfield, Joe Dudenhofer, and making the stop on the play. Hey, look across the street again, Jim. Carpet Craftsman, you, Jim LaCorgia, can take advantage of their special remodeling prices now in effect.
What's amazing, it starts as low as $4.95 a square yard. And remember, they have the best installation guarantee in the business. Carpet Craftsman across from the stadium. We're looking at it now.
And you are looking at it live. And Ron Rudler, I don't know if Carpet Craftsman did his shirt, but if they did, it rivals Minna George's pants. That's for sure. Minna George and Ron Rudler going head-to-head here, and it is Ben Prep leading 14-0. And obviously, Josh Chioco, we're checking on Brian Caldwell to see if he was pulled from the game by Ron Rudler or sustained an injury. Chioco back to throw. Jim Shar has him. No contest. Jim Shar drops him at the 34-yard line. And a big play for 44, Jimmy Shar.
Gary, I don't know what Jim Shar's read is, but he's been perfect tonight. He's just coming in untouched. Whatever Jim Shar's reading, it's perfect, and he just throws Chioco to the ground.
Great baseball player, great football player.
All right, outstanding athlete. We checked with the McDowell coaching staff, and basically it's no comment.
Right, they would not tell us, the coaching staff up here in the press box, what the status of Brian Caldwell, the young sophomore, but Chioco is the quarterback. A loss of about 7 on the play, second down 17 from the 34. Chioco, screen pass, threw it behind Tim Stump, the intended receiver, and he couldn't come up with it. Mark Wells, number 6, was over there defending, along with Brian McGinnis and Ed Serafini. And it's third down and 17 for the Trojans.
Gary, with 10:45 left in the ball game, now is the time for the Trojans. This has to be their drive. They're down 14-0. They got their veteran in there, Josh Chioco. He has sparked the offense. We'll see if Minna George lays back on 3rd and 18 or rushes the passer from the shotgun.
10 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Prep leading 14-0. Chioco out of the shotgun formation. Wants to run. Tries to turn the outside. Is hit and down at the 36-yard line. Jim Shar ran him down, number 44. Jody Irwin was also out there. 31, Dan Respecki. And his 4th down and punting time for McDowell with 10.5 minutes to play, and the clock is becoming a factor.
Yeah, they're going to have to hurry up when they have the ball. McDowell and Prep will try and probably go to their running game, Gary.
Justin Lustig, number 7, is the lead man on 4th and 14. Hoping to just handle the punt, give the Ramblers offense the ball, and then try to let them run out the clock. Good hard snap. And a good kick. Taken on the run by Lustig, who is hit as he gets to the 45-yard line. We'll be right back with Prep up 14-0.
A sense of prestige, performance, and pride guides Clarion University's strong heritage of teaching, scholarship, and service to the region since 1867. Clarion University's strengths can be found in its faculty and a commitment to quality teaching and professional development. Programs and services which effectively prepare students for living and working in the 21st century, and responsiveness to regional needs which enhance our quality of life. Clarion University, a reason to be proud. 1-800-672-7171.
The Erie Daily Times calls him a steady advocate of tightening the rules in Harrisburg. Tom Scrumenti introduced a bill to repeal the pay raise for legislators. Instead of taking his pay raise, Scrumenti gave more than $36,000 to local groups who needed the help. Scrumenti successfully fought to cut perks and to slash spending. The Harrisburg big shots threatened to cut his staff. That didn't stop Scrumenti. Re-elect Representative Tom Scrumenti, honest, straight-talking. For him, Erie County comes first. Tom Scrumenti, independent and good to his word.
Gary Drapcho with Jim LaCorchik. 9:52 to play in the football game. And the Ramblers leading 14-0. They have good field position to start this offensive series at the 45-yard line. They want to run up some clock. Here's the way to do it. Bernie Hesley. And Hesley gets about 3, maybe 4, as he drives it out to the 48-yard line. And it will be 2nd down and 7 from there. Number 20, Matt Pierce. Lou Strelicki coming off the bottom of the pile. But it's run Hesley outside, inside. Shar outside, inside, and try to simply run out some clock and pick up some first downs, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you, though, Gary, it's hard to ignore this one-on-one coverage with Laird over to the left. Chioco one-on-one giving him a pretty good cushion.
We saw Laird catch 2 touchdown passes against Altoona about a month ago. Here come Hesley. Hesley turns it back upfield, crosses midfield, and gets into McDowell territory at the 48-yard line, but he'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. The WSEE Player of the Game plaques are provided by the sports section of Northwestern Pennsylvania. For all your trophy needs, call the sports section, the nation's leader in youth sports photography. Call it about a 7-yard gain. Check that, a 5-yard gain, and 3rd down and 3. Here comes Hesley again, running up the right side, has a first down, still on his feet, breaks out of the pile at the 40, 45, 50, and is down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Eric Buhite ran him down. I think they thought they had Hesley stopped, and he simply broke out of the pack, Jim, and got about 15, 20 more yards.
Once again, it's just a matter of the opposition wearing down the defense. This time, Hesley follows the blocking of Shar, takes it into the pile, and 2 or 3 of the McDowell players just lost sight of him, Gary.
Yeah, this is classic prep football, isn't it? Running the football as it had tonight. They had one big pass play. That was the pass to Feniger that set up the first touchdown of the game midway in the second quarter. 1st and 10, 27-yard line. Out of the I formation, here comes Bernie Hesley again. He gets inside the 25, and then they push him back. They'll give him 3 to the 25 and make it a 2nd down and 7.
Hesley, 23 carries for 113 yards. Third quarter stats, Prep with 8 first downs, McDowell 4 rushing yards. Prep 112, McDowell 90, 61 to 11 in passing, 173, 101 overall. Turnovers, the pass interception in the end zone by Ramon Ellis that killed a McDowell drive. Time of possession, 17:57, 18:03 for Prep.
All right, 7.5 minutes to play now. They're trying to run off some time on the clock, leading 14-0. Here is Isbicki out of a tackle, into pressure. They've got him, and a big sack for the Trojans back to the 42. And now a flag goes flying. Tim Nagel, number 40, was the man who spun down Justin Isbicki back at the 42-yard line. But let's check out the flag and see if Prep will be called for holding as well. Let's see what it is. Face mask. Did you see a face mask, Jim?
No, neither did the official in front of the play.
But Butch did.
No, Butch didn't. Butch was watching the play, and the flag came from about 25 yards away.
25 yards away, indeed. And we'll see who the guilty party is. Here's a look at it again.
It's Vicky on 2nd and 7 goes down, and he's thrown to the ground. And you'll see the referee right on top of the play, and the other official that was looking in the backfield makes a call.
Here's the call. Well, let's wait a little bit. They're still discussing things. Here comes Butch in the call.
Face mask on the defense. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't give a number that time. I think it was Tim Nagel, number 40, but it was a face mask penalty, and it nullifies a great defensive play by McDowell and a sack that would have given them the Prep. They would have pushed the Prep offense back to the 42. Now they have it back at the 27-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 10.
And Ronnie Ruler was out in the field pointing, hey, you were way back there.
Here comes Isbicki looking for running room. This time they have him, but he bounces outside, trying to get away. Trapped, and down he goes back at the 30. Tim Nagel again causing havoc and chaos in the backfield. And Justin Isbicki, who has scored a touchdown, thrown a touchdown pass, or check that, thrown a pass that set up the first touchdown, which was his own quarterback sneak. We'll be right back. 14-0 the score.
Hi, welcome to Subway.
Subway isn't like those fancy New York steakhouses. No stuffy maitre d' or jackets required.
Great vest. Thanks.
But we do have A1 steak sauce. It's on Subway's new A1 steak and cheese. Slices of tender, juicy steak topped with the great taste of A1. Plus all the fresh fixins you like. And at Subway, you don't get a big bill. You get change. Subway's new A1 steak and cheese. Appetites are required. Jackets aren't.
Gary Dratcho with Jim LaCorchick, and with 6:50 and counting left to play here in the fourth quarter, Prep has a 14-0 lead.
And Justin Isbicki was shaken up just a touch, has to come out of the game for one play. Owen George, Minna's son, in at the quarterback position.
And Owen simply pitches it back to Bernie Hesley. Hesley trying to get to the outside. The ball's on the ground. It's loose. It is loose. And they're unscrambling the players to try to find who got it. 4th down. Prep comes up with the football. 4th down and 13 and 6:20. So although they didn't get any points out of this drive, at least not yet, they continue to run time off the clock. I think they've kept it for at least 3 minutes and longer, Jim.
And Justin is Vicky coming back in the game, Gary, and before he went in, Minna George was explaining a pass pattern to him that was heading toward the State Street side of the end zone. So we'll see if they're going to throw on 4th and 13.
Ball at the 30-yard line. 4th and 13. Under 6 minutes to play now in the game. Is Vicky back to throw, looking down the middle. Tom Laird is there and has it at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Cathedral Prep. Tom Laird. And Justin, as Vicky put it on the money, Josh Chioco was defending on the play. Take a look at it again.
You'll see as Vicky's looking for Laird all the way. Laird gets position and does a great job of getting the position and catching the ball. Laird is definitely an outstanding receiver for the Ramblers.
Tommy Laird making the catch for the Cathedral Prep offense, the 6'3", 195-pound senior, and it's 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Is Vicky pitches to Hesley, cuts it back, now tries to bounce outside and gets to the 6. Eric Buhite, Tim Stump, both over there to make the stop. But more importantly, we're under 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And the Ramblers have had the football now for over 4 minutes and leading 14-0 and can nearly put this one away.
Craig Kaleza with a good block, but just too many Trojan defenders out there. Hesley fixing his helmet. He's taken some shots tonight, but boy, Gary, he has run hard.
He has run hard. We'll be picking our players of the game as well as show you our rock-solid play of the game coming up in the final moments of the game. Under 5 minutes to play now. The clock rolls, and the Ramblers are rolling too. Here's Vicky on the option. Inside the 5, dives forward to the 3. Bill Agartner makes the stop, but a flag also is thrown as the play ended, and that might be a late hit on the McDowell defense.
Yeah, the official was quite emphatic with that. I think they're really trying to take control of that line of scrimmage. If we get the replay, we'll see how late it was, but definitely a personal foul.
They're discussing things, the officials, as to see what will happen here. It would have been 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Here comes the call.
No foul, just like here. Okay, good.
He looked like he pointed to Prep, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So it's going against Prep, I guess.
Well, I think they're talking to Jim Shar, number 44. You see him in the middle of your screen now talking with Tim Stump of McDowell as well. It might be offsetting penalties.
They're telling the two captains, get your teams together. There's been a lot of late hits or a lot of chatter going on. You could see it. And referee Butch Smith just saying, tell your teams to let's play football and end this game.
They'll mark it half the distance to the goal.
Dead ball foul. Late hit. Number 73 on the defense.
4 minutes, 45 seconds to play, and the ball is set down. Now they're moving it against Prep. I don't know what the call is. I guess, Jim, dead ball foul 73 on the defense. Now an unsportsmanlike conduct.
What they did is marked off the first penalty, half the distance. Then there must have been a second penalty, not offsetting penalties, but a second penalty. Then you mark that off.
So the penalties that happen, and now Minna George is out on the field, and he gets flagged. Minna George gets flagged out on the field, and that is going to be another 15-yard penalty. Butch is telling Minna, just keep quiet and go to the sidelines. And Minna was saying, I was coming out on the field to call a timeout. There you see Minna George. The only thing that has to be consolation to Minna George is the fact that his Ramblers have a 14-0 lead. It was 1st and goal at the 7, Jim. Now it is back to the 31-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 31. How about that? Shar is trying to, or rather is Vicky now wants to call a timeout, and they will call a timeout. 4:45 to play, 14-0 Ramblers in the lead.
Mercyhurst Preparatory School is recognized by the United States Department of Education as a Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. Why? Diversity. Diversity in academics. Diversity in creative arts. and diversity in sports. But don't take our word for it. Come find out yourself at Mercyhurst Prep's open house November 6th from 12:30 till 3.
Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, a state system of higher education, a university offering a quality education at an affordable cost. Well, a number of penalties after a second and goal play from the 7-yard line called against Cathedral Prep, including Minna George coming onto the field, a late hit after the play. Here's the replay, Jim. Let's see what happens.
All right, as Vicky gets to the 3, there's the 73 with the late hit. There's the first flag.
All right, apparently some extracurricular activities. Second and goal from the 31. Is Vicky down the middle of the field, Ed Serafini overthrows him at the 10-yard line, and it will be third and goal at the 31-yard line. Tim Nagel defending on the play. But the play looked innocent enough. It was the extracurricular activities after the play that apparently caused the 2 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to be marched off against Prep, including Minna coming out on the field, and he was claiming he was coming out to call a timeout. And Butch wouldn't hear of that.
No, we know 15 was on Minna. We lost track of the previous 15. His job right now is to get his team under control. Say, listen, you're up 14-0. Just play the game. But the Ramblers were looking to throw, Gary.
Third and goal, 31-yard line. Is Vicky back to throw? Setting up, heaving one deep for the end zone. Laird is there, and it's in and out of the hands, incomplete, of Mac Pierce, who was defending on the play for McDowell. Double covered by Chioco and Pierce. Pierce almost intercepted it. It'll be 4th and goal at the 31-yard line with 4:30 left to play in the football game. So a rather strange ending so far here in the fourth quarter, Jim. Is Vicky threw it up pretty good.
Looking all the way to Laird. Laird had triple coverage, never had a shot at the ball. But if I'm Prep, I put his Vicky in the shotgun, let him pooch kick it, but they're going for it.
I think he wants to just have his Vicky, if he has the time, to throw it in the end zone. Here comes the screen to Shar. It's being read by McDowell. His Vicky at the 40, shuffles it over, and it's deflected out of bounds. And now a late hit out of bounds, a flag, and let's see what's happening. We've got some activity on the sideline right in front of the Ramblers bench. You saw the flag being thrown. Now it's the officials just trying to keep control of the game and not let it get out of hand.
Is Vicky very slow getting up about 10 yards in the sideline?
Illegal forward pass is the preliminary call against Cathedral Prep.
5 yards loss of down. So basically McDowell, after being on 2nd and 3, facing 2nd and 3, they're going to have the ball probably around the 45-yard line.
We'll be right back with the Ramblers on top.
Janitor Supply wants to say thank you. For 40 years, Janitor Supply has provided its customers with the highest quality janitorial products available. Our customer support has always been very important to our success, and now also our growth. With the acquisition of Seneca Chemical and Supply in Seneca, Pennsylvania, we've become one of the largest sanitary supply distributors in the tri-state area. Our long-standing commitment to customer service will continue, and again, we thank you. Remember us for all your janitorial needs. Janitor Supply Company, we sell clean.
Growth is great, but it can present problems when it's unexpected. That's why we recommend a small business copier from Minolta, one that can keep up with any growing business.
Going to be a good year for preserves.
Available at Kavinsky Business Machines, 4525 West Ridge Road.
So McDowell will take over at the 49-yard line. Brian Caldwell back in the game, and a flag is thrown as the play is whistled dead. Wow.
It's getting nasty, Gary, on the line of scrimmage. They do have to take control. You got to do more than just tell the two captains to, go tell your kids, hey, listen, don't hurt each other. I want to question going for it on 4th and goal from the 31-yard line, by the way. Only bad things can happen.
And it did happen as they had an illegal forward pass against Justin Isbicki, which is 5 yards and a loss of down. That's why McDowell took over at the 49. 5-yard penalty moves it back to the 44, 1st and 15. Caldwell steps up in the pocket, has some running room, gets back to the 45, and then is smothered from there. Jody Irwin, Craig Kaluza in on the stop. But Caldwell was not hurt. Chioco replaced him, trying to spark the McDowell offense, and he did for a while. But Caldwell has the better arm, and they'll have to throw here. 3:45 and counting left to play in the game. 14-0 Ramblers.
Far be it from me to say anything, but I'd hustle.
Caldwell back in the shotgun, looking to throw. Under pressure, flips it out to Messenger. Messenger can't hold it. As he drops it, the ball was thrown slightly behind him at the 48-yard line. He couldn't hold it. Stops the clock with 3:29 to play in the football game. At the 46, 3rd down and 13.
Gary McDowell was better off that he dropped the ball and got tackled because it stops the clock. They need to get the clock stopped, and they need to gain some big yardage.
Yeah, if they would score quickly here, Ron Rudler, you got to think onside kick, and you have a chance then of getting the ball back and going for a tying score. 3rd down, 13. Caldwell back to throw, flings it towards the sideline, intercepted. Who's got it? Number 6, Mark Wells, I believe, is the man who came up with the football. Here's another look at it. Yeah, number 6, Mark Wells. He read it all the way and made a great play.
Yeah,
we'll be right back. 14-0.
Thinking about getting back in shape? Just waiting for the right time? Now's the time. The Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club is offering a 2-for-1 membership special that enables 2 people to join for just the price of 1. That's right, pay only 1 initiation fee, and 2 can enjoy unlimited racquetball and all club privileges. You'll never pay for extras like at those other clubs. Enjoy Erie's finest facility, most convenient location, and now 2-for-1 savings. Nautilus is your best fitness value. 2-for-1 membership special, only at the Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
So the Grand Am has a V6.
It's a blast to drive. You can't even get one on an Altima.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard. And the price is right.
Lease a Pontiac Grand Am with a V6 engine for only $238 a month with just $1,000 down.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Lease a Grand Am with a V6 engine for $238 a month from your Pontiac team.
Well, 3:25 left, Jim Lekorchik, and it has been a wild 4th quarter here as Prep tries to control things now. Is Bickey giving it to Hesley, running off the right side at the 50, at the 45, almost slipped and fell. He did. His knee went down at the 45-yard line, but a gain of 7 and a 2nd down and 3 from there.
Yeah, Hesley's shown a lot tonight. Good quickness, but really getting positive yardage, just running very, very hard right into the Trojan defenders.
2:50 and counting left to play in the game. The Ramblers scoring midway through the 2nd quarter, then on their first possession of the 2nd half, and leading 14-0. As Bickey has a 1-yard run, Hesley has a 3-yard run for the touchdowns. Here comes Hesley again, breaking through at the 40, the 45. That is Justin Lustig for the touchdown. Justin Lustig from his tailback position breaks one off and goes the distance. And with 2:31 to play, the Ramblers lead 20-0. They put a fresh back in there, Justin Lustig, and he belted it through.
I'll tell you, he's had some big runs this year. Power and quickness for the junior running back who's had such an outstanding game at linebacker. Gary, good blocking. Once again, the Trojan defenders giving a good crease to the Prep runner. Good blocking by the Rambler offensive line. Lustig goes the distance.
Justin Lustig going the distance with 2:31, and Jake Mursky to attempt the point after. Snap kick, good. 21-0 Cathedral Prep. We'll be right back.
This WSEE Metro Sporting event is brought to you in part by the Elephant Bar. Bring that someone special or the whole herd where you get tons of great food for peanuts. For Erie's finest carpet and upholstery cleaner since 1948, the name to trust is Bonded Services. We'll clean any 2 areas for only $44.95. For customer satisfaction guaranteed, it's Bonded Services.
On behalf of the Mill Creek Township School District, I'd like to welcome you to McDowell High School in our tradition of football excellence, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
LaCourcic and Gary Dratcho back here at Veterans Stadium, where Cathedral Prep has put this one away. 21-0 now with 2:31 to play. Mursky puts his foot into it and drives it deep. Here comes Messenger up over the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, and then is hit and stood up right there at the 20-yard line. That is where things will take over, 1st and 10. Here is our rock-solid play of the game, and it's a very familiar one, Jim LaCourcic. You just saw it moments ago.
By the player that just made the tackle, Justin Lustig off left tackle and goes the distance. Speed, I'll tell you, strength. He has had a nice all-around game. Comes back and gets a good hit on the kickoff.
Our rock-solid, Slippery Rock University play of the game. We'll be naming our players of the game as well here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play, and the clock is running, and Cathedral Prep is going to go to 4-4 on the season, and it sets up a big game next Friday night, which you can see right here on Channel 35, the Ramblers and the Falcons, and that should be a dandy. Caldwell to throw, now rolling to his right, now turning it back inside, and is still fighting his way, gets 4 yards to the 25-yard line. Greg Kaluza makes the stop on the play. Here's our player of the game for Cathedral Prep, number 44, Jim Shar. Deflected a pass. He's had 3 sacks, Jim. He's run inside. He has blocked for Bernie Hesley. He's done everything the Minute George has asked him to do tonight. Number 44, Jim Shar.
Caught two big screen passes that didn't count.
Exactly. I mean, you even go into that category and he's effective. Here comes Caldwell back to throw, has plenty of time, good protection. Now it breaks down. Ed Serafini has him and spins him down at the 29-yard line. We're down to 1:10 left to play.
Gary, at 21-0, I don't think I have my sophomore quarterback running around back there just for the sack, for the fact it's just an out-of-sight game right now.
We'll be right back with the Ramblers comfortably in front.
Before you choose a shop to paint your car, ask a few questions. What about their work?
Can they deliver a quality factory finish for only $179?
Or is it just another repaint? When it's time to paint your car, make it easy, make it right, make it Mako.
A school with no computer got 3. An art class got the color printer they wanted. Others got software that energized learning. Schools have earned over $11 million in computers and equipment through Giant Eagle's Apples for Students program. Kids bring Giant Eagle register tapes to school, and schools can get free computers. What do we get out of it? Plenty.
Our player of the game on the McDowell side, number 18, Tim Stump, the 6'3", 235-pound junior. Senior, I should say, who's a brother, of course, plays for Indiana University. Tim Stump playing a good all-around game on defense and blocking up front. Congratulations to Tim Stump. Here comes Matt Pierce on 3rd and 2. Has the first down as he runs it out to the 34-yard line. Brian McGinnis made the stop. But time is running out here. They stop the clock with 58 seconds to play to move the sticks. And McDowell will quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. You're watching WSEE-TV in Erie. And glad to bring you the game of the week as Caldwell airs it up deep down the sidelines, overthrows everybody, and that stops the clock with 49 seconds to play. Don't forget, picket fences will not be shown tonight. CBS is not showing picket fences, and instead the Browns Insider will be coming up next. The Metro League Game of the Week has been brought to you by Taco Bell across the border and by Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Welcome back here to Veterans Stadium. The last minute of play. The Ramblers, pretty impressive win here tonight, Jim LaCourcic.
You had to throw a shutout because I thought McDowell was solid offensively.
Maybe running out of gas after playing some good games against Vincent and Central. Caldwell scrambling for his life. Gets back to the 40, gets to the 43, and then as you see, is tackled under big time. Mark Wells coming up to make the stop. There's Justin Lustig again, who scored a touchdown tonight. 30 seconds and counting left to play. 21-0 Ramblers. Again, a reminder, CBS is not showing picket fences tonight. If you're looking for that program, that has been preempted, not by us, but by the CBS network. We'll be showing the Browns Insider coming up next. Caldwell looking for some room to run and probably hide at this point. Gets to the 48. 10 seconds, 12 seconds left. They'll stop the clock as he gets the first down, and they'll move the sticks at the 48-yard line. But we should have the last play of the game coming up here now. A timeout for McDowell, leading 21-0, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
What do you look for in a dry cleaner?
Convenience. Thrifty Dry Cleaner is open early and open late.
Next day or same day service?
You bet.
Do you go to Thrifty all the time?
Yes, they consistently do a nice job.
So I can trust my best clothes to them?
Sure, Thrifty Dry Cleaners are known for their less abrasive methods.
I bet it costs too much.
That's the best part. Thrifty's prices are reasonable.
Look nifty with Thrifty. Thrifty Dry Clean, 3 locations, 1271 East Grandview, 1351 West Grandview, and 2811 West 12. As summer ends...
Yeah, I think they called that timeout, Jim LaCorsic, so Steve Sensler could get the stats in order before the end of the game. I can't think of any other reason. 21-0 McDowell is trailing with only 12 seconds to play, and a timeout was called.
I've seen very few 22-point plays.
Let's see what happens here. Caldwell will go into the shotgun formation. No, he's going to go back under center now, and they run back into that eye. Back to throw Caldwell, under pressure. This will be it as he runs across the 40, gets to the 40, and is hit at the 38. 4 seconds left. I don't think McDowell, yes, they can stop the clock as they move the sticks to pick up the first down at the 38-yard line, but with 4 seconds left, they better do it in a hurry. No, there it is, the end of the game. That's it. 21-0 Cathedral Prep. We'll be right back to wrap things up here from Veterans Stadium in just a minute. Stay with us.
Summer ends and fall arrives. The fun begins at Mason Farms. Pumpkin Town, USA is now open for your viewing pleasure. All your favorite cartoon and movie characters will be there, including Barney and Baby Bop, the Sesame Street Gang, the Three Little Pigs, the Ninja Turtles, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Garfield, the California Raisins, plus a whole lot more. Mason Farms also has the largest selection of pumpkins, gourds, Indian corn, apples, cider, and bakery treats in the tri-state area. So for that fun-filled family outing, come to Mason Farms, Pumpkin Town, USA. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Justin from Duccini Ace Hardware, and I got a tip for your home this winter.
Keep your heating bills low this winter and add beauty to your home with a pellet stove from Duccini Ace Hardware. Wood pellet stoves save floor space while heating more area than conventional fireplaces and require very little clearance for a chimney. Even if you don't have an existing fireplace or stove now, installation is affordable and quick. Stop into Duccini Ace Hardware today to find out more.
Stop into Duccini Ace Hardware today, and we'll keep you warm all winter.
Service and low prices. Nobody hammers at home like Value Home Centers during Super Value Days. The savings are in the pink this fall at Value. Save on winter heating bills by simply adding another layer of Owens Corning attic insulation. Choose easy to install 7 1/4-inch Pink Plus attic insulation with its poly wrapper for just $10.89 a roll, or 6-inch unfaced attic insulation for just $10.28 a roll. Always convenient. Value Home Centers, where we hammer the lowest advertised prices guaranteed.
I'm Jim LaCorsic, live back at Erie Veterans Memorial Stadium, where the Cathedral Prep Ramblers impressively 21-0 over the McDowell Trojans, and a familiar scene for the Trojans, down 7-0 at the half, but just couldn't get it going in the second half. Prep scoring 7 points in the second quarter, 7 in the third, and wrapping it up on a long run by Justin Lustig late in the game to make it 21-0. I think most impressive for Prep was their defense. They took care of a McDowell team that I thought played very good offensively against Strong Vincent, very good offensively against Central, but Prep stymied them completely. The Ramblers, however, timely offense, especially Bernie Hesley, approximately 120 yards for the evening, 122 yards for Bernie Hesley, and the Ramblers with a solid Prep-type win. Very sound, good defense, good running attack. And right now we're going to go to a Gary Drapp show.
Gary Drapp show here live on the field with winning head coach Minna George. Minna, you seem to have control of this game throughout.
Yeah, I thought we played great football tonight. You know, we just came out and pounded them straight ahead and ran the football very well. Made some key throws. Had a couple costly penalties that hurt us a little bit, but I'm very proud of our kids. I thought we played a great football game today, offense and defense.
Yeah, it seemed like as well that it was typical Rambler football, too. I mean, you guys ran the football pretty well with Jimmy Shar and Bernie Hesley doing the job.
Well, I couldn't be happier for Bernie. You know, he's been pounding all year against great football teams in our independent schedule. Same thing with Jimmy. I thought our offensive line came today and just played a great game. I thought our blocking was excellent. I just think it was an overall great team win for us.
And just one other question. You put Justin Lustig in there late. Boom, he rips off a big touchdown run for you.
Well, Justin's got the ability, but having him play punt return, kickoff return, starting free safety, we just haven't been overusing him, and we got him in the offense a little bit, and he did a great job for us.
Thanks, Minna. Congratulations on a nice win tonight. Thank you. Jim Shar, our player of the game, comes over. And, Jim, first of all, I tried to shake your hand. Both of his hands hurt. That's how good you tossed a shutout of this McDowell team, who has the ability to score some points. You have to feel good about that.
Yeah, well, I think that our real strong suit is our defense, and we're fortunate to get 21 points on the board, and with our defense, that's pretty much guarantees a win.
And you just have to be fired up about the fact that after all of those games in Ohio, you're coming back here, you played McDowell tonight, you got Central next week, and you really have a chance to win the Metro now and enter the district championship.
Yeah, it's just real satisfying because we know that all that hard work paid off, going through all that traveling and sleeping over 2 nights in a row in Cincinnati. It all pays off.
All right, I'd shake your hand, Jim Shar, but they're both hurt, and congratulations on a nice game. Jim Shar, our player of the game. That is it here from Veterans Stadium. A final score of 21-0 in favor of the Ramblers. And a reminder again, CBS has preempted picket fences. Picket fences will not be on. We're joining the Browns Insider in progress. 21-0. The Ramblers win it. For Jim LaCourcic, I'm Gary Brapcho and the whole crew. Good night, everyone.
It's back for the very last time in 1994. It's no money down with no interest and no payments for 1 full year exclusively from the John B. Schultz Company. Hi, I'm Jack Schultz, and right now is your last chance to take advantage of Erie's...